Well, looks like somebody got some corn off. Here's a view of the valley. Rainy day today. Alright, so today we're winterizing the sprayer here. I'm pretty sure we're done. We're gonna get a frost here. So anyway, you guys have seen me winterize this sprayer as well as other guys on YouTube winterize the sprayer. So I don't really have a whole lot to add. What I'm doing basically first is making sure all the liquid is out of the sprayer. Everywhere there's the filter I take off, I take the plug out of the pump, try to get as much water out of it as I can. Last year this thing froze because I did not do that. I just added the antifreeze to the little bit that I thought was in the pump and everywhere else, and there was a lot more than I thought. So gonna take a little bit more time to try to drain out every little low spot. So that way the only thing I'm putting in is the RV antifreeze. So it's very cool today. You can see the 685 is a little smoky, but anyway, I'm not gonna go too in depth on this project. So I just want to get everything out of the system. I have the foam marker, I have the RV added already. I have to run the foam marker and get that worked through everything so that doesn't freeze. And let me keep working at this here. And it's not gonna freeze this year. Lesson learned. Took all the hoses off underneath, all the low ones. Drained out just about everything I could. I had the foam marker running for a while on both sides, right and left. And put about 13 gallons of this stuff in here. So should be enough to run it through everything. I already need parts for this thing. The O-ring on the filter is no good anymore. I can't get it to seal. So I put it back together without the O-ring. It's probably going to squirt all over the place, but at least it'll still work just to get this winterized. I have to pick up an O-ring, so that should be good. Now I gotta run this thing. Corn looks awfully dry for 30%. I don't know. Can't wait till it's off and in the bin. You know, with the O-ring it used to leak. It used to drip a little bit. Without the O-ring, it doesn't leak. Go figure. Anyway, just circulating it around here. Make sure I get it in everything. Spray a little bit out through the boom. It should be in good shape. I see out in the hose for the foam, I see it's pink antifreeze, so that's probably good enough. So, alright, I'll come back with you. Alright, I put about 25 pounds of air in both of these tires. They took air, and can't really hear, but I'll see if there's anything hissing out of them. There are tubes in there. If this doesn't work out, possibly just put some tire slime in there just to help seal it. It's not going to get a lot of use. My plan is to take this rear rack off of here, so it's a little nicer for loading, just to have one in the front. It's kind of a pain if you want to use the loader to set anything on here. And to see about these fender boxes, if I can make them a little bit smaller than they are. I don't know, for now it's just another piece of equipment I have that's not really serving any purpose, and it's just kind of in the way. So, all right, so we'll take a brief intermission here, show you what I got going. Basically got everything in the back here. This building I had said was 30 by 120, 130. So I got everything pretty well jammed in here in this back section. 3 hay wagons, 45 Ibershank, you guys know about that. The International 35 rake, the Demco 50-gallon spot sprayer, the Peckway 710 tedder. I did have plans to sell that this year. The deal fell through, so I'm going to wait till next spring and see if I can't sell it then. So I'm just going to store it for now. We got the 489 Haybine in here, the Demco 500-gallon sprayer, the baler. I brought the generator around from the other end of the barn. I just ran it. It does work. I always store it in here because it's easier. It's more accessible in here than where it's stored usually in the summer. Plus, it's out of the way in the summertime. So we've got everything pretty well jammed in here. What I have to do yet, I still have a fertilizer spreader to find a home for. I got to move these tractors. I usually line them up biggest to smallest. So the C is going to go there, 395, 685, 560, 986. I have to figure out where to put the fertilizer spreader yet for the winter time. That's the next thing. I don't know if I want to put it under that roof up there. Right now I just have my John Deere hay rake sitting up there, but I also have this Christmas tree wagon that I wanted to work on. So I think for temporary, well, for now I'm going to let the fertilizer spreader hooked up because I'm still holding out faith I'm going to get lime this year. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but we do have that hooked up, so we'll be ready for that. So let me move some tractors here and figure out how I want to do this building yet. This center alley here I leave open for my pickup truck and my Volkswagen car, and I always try to leave a little extra space. If we have a nasty ice storm or blizzard or something like that, I'll also put my wife's car in here. Her car sits up at the house. Usually that's the car we use the most. My vehicles, they're just kind of around the farm, but she's not going to walk down here to get her car every time she wants to go somewhere. So I put my vehicles down in here. And with the fire company, it makes it nice if there's no frost on the windshield and no snow to have to clean off. I can just come down and they're ready to go. So anyway, all right, I got to keep working here. It's a little cold today, I guess. There it goes, second try. Now the neighbors will call the fire department, probably. All right, we've got pretty well everything where it needs to go for now. I'm gonna leave this, like I said, hooked up. I need this. I may try to wedge this spreader in that space there for the winter once I'm done with it. For now, it's gotta, I could have came back even more with it actually. Oh yeah, there's such a big blind spot. You cannot see anything behind this and it's deceiving. The spreader's actually shorter than it feels in the cab. It feels like it's such a long rig. I thought I was up against everything. I have all that space yet, but anyway. So that's the end of today pretty well. It's getting pretty darn cold. I don't know if the frost is going to hit us tonight or what, but on the plus side, thank you to Sloan Express. These are the bolts for the K&M step kit. That'll be another day. We can get this together. I'm not seeing any hardware for the rails. So obviously the rails don't come with the hardware. So, which it's not a big deal. It's not like these that are carriage bolts and everything else. So we'll make it work. So for now, that's how we'll have everything. Not done by any means yet, but just getting ready for winter here. So I will see you guys tomorrow.